They'll be calling you out. We got more good news. Really great. And thank you for sending this to me because I didn't see it. That this maybe the Cleveland fucking Browns can win a game. I have a brochure here at the Ogden Stadium. I'll have to dig it out. Program. 49ers played the Raiders here in 1958-ish. So the Browns, when they were all that, Leroy Kelly, Bill Nelson, Mr. Ryan, maybe the greatest player in NFL history, Jim Brown, maybe they can return to winning. So they finally, the nuclear bribers, go down. First, they've 10 years. What a fucked up 10 years, the Fukushima. I'll tell you why. When Fukushima happened, they doubled, tripled, quadrupled down. So I was heavily involved in Ohio. Went back to my city in Ogden. Oh boy. Going back to the Velvet Underground. I was so heavily involved with the activist community trying to block the bailout in Ohio. When they attacked our emails, when they threatened us, I got them. Text, all the evil shit they did to us. First Energy. So in Ohio, this all started in New York. Bank bailout on chemo. Remember, I did all that work in New York trying to block it. Just $7.6 billion without any legislation. So they went house to house, state to state. They're going to have a fucking bake sale at your local PTA, the Nuclear Energy Welfare Scum. So they get caught in Ohio. They get caught. Thank you to the FBI office in Cleveland, one of the only good ones in the country. They get caught bribing hundreds of $1 million state legislature. They did the same thing here in Utah. I caught them dead red. New Sky. I caught them. They did it in Idaho. And we don't even have nuclear energy reactors in Idaho. Oh, no, we're just a toilet. We just store the waste. Governor Cox here, who's the worst governor we ever had, that's saying a lot, just got caught seeking in Europe's waste here. So the bailout. So those dirtbags, they bust them. The Bribes. This Larry Householder, who is the state lead House Majority Speaker in Ohio. By the way, your new senator-elect spoke at Weber State. Should have heard that derelict. We got bad ones here too. Don't get me wrong. The only person ever asked anybody about the Fukushima or the whole nuclear crime syndicate, we got Mike Lee and Romney. Oh boy. Governor Cox in bed with Bill Gates to build nuclear reactors in Wyoming. New scale from hell. What a sham. Shamming all us Utahns. But in Ohio, they busted them. Sent him to prison. Householder's been found guilty. He's going to do a long time. Judge Adams goes crazy. Thank you, Judge Adams. On the attorneys for First Energy, who are the nuclear energy crime syndicate. Ohio bailed him out anyway. And he says, just what Kevin Blanch's been saying. Okay, you busted the Bribes. What about the bribers? It takes two. He says, I want the names. I'm going to put you lawyers in jail. Well, they coughed up the names. Have they charged them? Has the FBI charged? No, because the nuclear energy crime syndicate, you're going to learn one day, are the untouchables. They can do whatever they want. And you think that's, hyperbole? No, it's not. Ask Larry Householder. Ask the other four freaking states. One of them killed himself in Ohio. So maybe the Browns can go back to winning. When they used to be the stoic, they were probably the greatest franchise in the NFL in the country for a while. The great Jim Brown. I like Paul Warfield. But he played for the Browns before the Dolphins. Yeah. Ryan, what a quarterback. Leroy Kelly. Bill Nelson. There's been so many greats that have played there. And they've been terrible for so long. I wonder why. When your stadium's named after a bribing company. So I'm going to start my celebration tomorrow. We're having a big party at Weber State if you want to come. Got bands, the whole 9 yards at the University of Nuclearism. Why? Germany's shutting off their last nuclear freaking reactors. They're going to be nuclear. They didn't bail them out. Germany says, "Oh fuck you, get out and stay out." Angela Merkel, and there was nuclear. Ohio bailed them out. Utah bailed them out. We don't even make the shit. We're just the toilet. So thank you, thank you. Finally, I mean, I wonder who they're going to name them after. We'll see, right? You know, maybe the curse can come off the Browns. You know, oh, they're really the Baltimore Colts, aren't they? Huh. What happened to the real Browns? That's Jim Brown. Jim Brown's still alive. Did you know that? He is still alive. So it was a big day in the anti-nuclear movement. Really big day. Thrilled. I'm thrilled. I'm telling you, you don't know what I know. I mean, well, our crowd does. It's Waterloo. I was at Frieda Meisenblau's house in Vienna, Austria, on the 200th anniversary of Waterloo. The greatest anti-nuclear activist in European history, no doubt is hers. She requested the meeting. Said she was worried about her English to meet with Kevin Blanche. She was full of cancer. That's why she requested it, and she didn't tell anybody. 4 straight hours of perfectly good English, never missed a beat. She just grilled me. Talked about all the half-nukers here, you know, and Kevin Blanche, you're the tip of the spear. I know your story. I know your father's story. Don't you dare drop it. She says, I want to ask you one question right off the gate. She says, how much electricity does a nuclear energy reactor produce? I says, negative. Anymore because they got 40 years of spent fuel on most of them on average stored, and they have to keep the spent fuel pools cool. She says, I knew you'd know. I knew you'd know. You know, I'm the guy that named the Big Z the Big Z. The reactor in Austria is a bar. It's cool. I wonder what they're going to do with the multi-billion-dollar reactor in Germany that never got fueled. I'd like to go in it. You know, but here the toilet. I said when Fukushima happened here in Utah. By the way, I used to live right there. Right on the house on the corner right here next to the Ogden River. Mr. Valentine. Valentine with a B. I love that guy. He's one of my favorite people. He's gone. All the great old Ogdenites have passed, haven't they? God, there used to be 4 of them here. The place was something. Fiercest activist. So good. So let's go back to winning, huh? Go Browns. We'll see who they name after, but if they get a decent name, I'll start rooting for them again. You know, no changes are permanent. First Energy scumbag. I want to ask the FBI. I want to ask everybody. When are you going to charge the bribers? They did it here. I caught Newskill doing it here. Dead red. I'm exposed the illegal funding, Kenwood. The whole thing's so corrupt. I mean, Newskill, she approved the SMR licensing. She used to work with Jose Reyes at Idaho National Lab. Remember when I tied these to the no vacancy? I have some no vacancy ones. So, boy, this thing's been around, ain't it? God, this thing's been around. Including for the MoMA, using those little black dresses. Boy, they've been around. So, glad they broke the contract finally. So, the Bribes headed to prison. What about the bribers? Thank you to the FBI office in Cleveland. Thank you. I love you guys. You're the ones that stood up to the untouchables. Oh, and you don't believe me? Oh, they're the untouchables. Name me one time. Name me one time in the last 44 years that any nuclear energy scumbag crook. Remember when they caught the Watts Bar head of the NRC 44 years ago taking bribes? Remember when that guy in convicted fell? Guess where he showed up? Oh, well, I exposed this on the California when I used to work with Kamala Harris when she used to be anti-nuclear. Her mother at Livermore, the epidemiologist. He shows up, convicted felon, taking bribes, head of the... Oh, he's on the California Public Commissions Board. By the way, Diablo Canyon got sued today. Well, Diablo didn't. There was already a contract to shut it down this year at New Year's Day. But Gavin and Biden and Trump, the twins, and Obama, they're triplets, pro-nuclear puppets. You know, ask Abby. Oh, yeah, whoa. They got sued today. So, thank you for pulling them rights. Let's see what happens with the Browns ownership. Maybe they go back to winning. Like I said, long live the great Jim Brown. Oh my God, what a football player, right? What a football player. You do know why they're named the Browns. Oh. Big day. I'm excited. Thank you for sending that to me. Stay tuned.